follow my
I
number
was
one
meant
gift. If
to.
you're watching on YouTube people sabi stingy. Hey, they go just hide it. They don't go even comment. I never see people be like YouTube before. They no go even comment. They go just did it. You just see 300 people. Today is 226 people. They just did it. They watch. They watch. They know they reduce. So YouTube, they know the YouTube people. They go they use you. They work. They did their overnight work where they do their 17 hours. They no go leave. They no go, if you cost them, they no go anywhere. They go just did it. They go they watch you. They watch you. Comment. They no go comment. Buy super chat, super sticker, super like. They no go buy. Like. They no go like. And they no go go. Facebook people go they come, they go. You go see, go to 400, you go come down to 100, you go to 200, go. Facebook they come, they go, they comment, they go, they cost you, go they see them, they go, they like, they go, they. If you no buy your star, the only place where they active, the only problem is say tonight they just decide to be stingy. The only place where they active all the time, like Instagram and TikTok, you go just they see activity. YouTube, that's so they go sit down like this, they watch you. I don't like YouTube people. If you want fall inside hole, YouTube people they gather, they watch. Yeah, oh my shit. And it goes so fall inside that hole. Make I send the link to some people. Make they say as human being they take fall inside hole. He has fallen inside the hole. I don't talk him. Let's see if you get that's so YouTube people be. So if you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen, support the channel, share the link, follow my number one gifter, Bongolee. The baton.
All right, thank you.
Get back to you.
Thank you very much. But let me point this out. I don't care for the DNA or whatever it is. I've never said they should do DNA or they shouldn't do DNA. I don't care for that. All I am saying is that the partner is aware of what happened. For some reason, she's being protected. And I think that she's being protected because it's like, we'll take care of the boy more than the woman. I'm thinking that is why she's protected from all ends. Because who they give the baby to? That's why I'm thinking she's protected. Now, let us be holistic about the whole situation here, about the actual cause of the neutralization in this case here. He reacted to something. I think that already established. Reacted to something. And Daddy Freeze, if you remember, in the beginning of this case, you invited the partner's elder. He said some things that we did not pay attention to. That there were some illnesses that the late MohBad was suffering. In your life, Daddy Freeze, that it was said. So he had underlying issues that were poorly managed. He had underlying issues that were poorly managed. And they say what is going to go bad goes bad. A lot of different things happened that day. He got some form of treatment and it reacted negatively in his body. And they didn't get him the right treatment to correct it. I was speaking to Mama Tuzi about this. Mama Tuzi is somebody that's in the healthcare field, and she explained it to me. She said an apocalyptic or something like that. Not my field. But she explained the series of events.
Anaphylactic shock?
Yeah, something like that. That's what she said, you know. But the thing is that it's poorly managed.
Chronic. Sorry. Yeah. Abi, Samaria. It's not chronic. It's not some shock. Is not chronic. It's something that happens.
Bongolee, if you
she's also a nurse. So Samaria too is a nurse.
No, I know. I'm just saying it was an explanation as to the
reaction. Yeah, if he reacted to a medication, what were the symptoms that he presented?
My sister,
were there symptoms? Were there noted?
Yes, they said, you remember, if you listen, the stories are adding up now. The brother or friend or whatever in the coroner inquest said when he came in, he saw water on the floor. So they poured water on his head. Remember, there was a conversation that they said that water was poured on him. They always pour water on him when he faints. And we need to be paying close attention to the underlying details that a lot of blogs, I will not call name of blogs here, that are covering.
you ask me, I would just say they have some medical negligence. That's
Yes, you have.
Yes, we know that there's medical negligence.
I think from America, and she was saying that there's a way they manage a situation that we all are not privy to. And what can go bad goes bad eventually. And unfortunately, everything just happened all at the same time. Now, remember, these people are kids, respectfully. I'm not an old person, but what do they know? How can, even in Nigeria, how many people can even manage an emergency situation? Can we even do, how many people are trained to do basic CPR? Me, as I'm here, I know how to do basic CPR.
Now church that they go now. If person faints, we begin give them anointing oil to drink. Bongolee, inside this problem, let's talk about this. You see, Nigeria needs to see. I'm sorry, I'm diverting for 1 minute. Nigeria needs to see the ineffectiveness of what we call religion. Only today, Papa and Pekin begin drag church.
business.
Pekin go your way. Only today, Oba, where pastor pray for,
Yes,
they drop am.
yes.
And you don't see the ineffectiveness. Your pastor, your GO, your beloved GO in 2016 said the Naira will rise against the dollar. I am in no way saying,
that's my pastor. So I know you're trying to pull me stuff.
Hold on.
That's my pastor too.
That's my pastor too. That's
Anyway,
it is.
your pastor needs, I'm sorry, your pastor needs to go back to the book and understand what religion, what Christianity is.
No,
because all
that
this
is no dragging of my daddy. No.
You see,
No
you are being
slander.
sentimental and emotional. I'm presenting you with facts. This you're saying that the GO came and was praying for Israel. Inside waiting, we see where Israel.
You will not change it for Daddy Freeze now. He's pulling up.
Allow him to talk. No, a lot of people are going. No, Daddy Freeze.
You see, hold on.
We need to learn.
I believe your pastor is one of Nigeria's biggest problems. Because if your pastor did not sell false hope, people will go and learn how to do CPR. If your pastor did not, the reason why people don't know about CPR is they believe that nobody's supposed to buy. Well, they call the name of this their Jesus. Somebody actually came and typed and said, Mr. Ibu that was sick, once they carry him to what God cannot do does not exist, he will be healed. Mr. Ibu's there sick.
That church on YouTube that they are making tens of thousands of dollars on YouTube. A day. You see, until you see, I've been crying this
thing for 7 years plus. You don't understand how Bongolee just hits the hammer on the head. How many of you in Nigeria, Nike, describe how you do CPR? Please describe CPR. Hold on. Describe CPR. Forget my light. Yes. How do you do CPR?
You take the person now and you press the person's chest, or you can also try and blow air into the person's mouth.
Now, and do you realize that in countries that do not have Christianity and daddy Jews, the average secondary school student knows how to give CPR?
That's right. One of the requirements.
It's one of the requirements.
Even to work as
because you see, religion sells false hope. Let me tell you, as far as I'm concerned, religion is more responsible for Nigeria's decline than our politicians. Because religion does not sell a solution, it sells a hope.
That is respectful. Let's go back.
We are going back. Please, leave us alone. Let's talk about MohBad. Leave us alone.
There is no. Was MohBad's father not a pastor? Hold on. Is MohBad's father not a pastor?
He's a priest.
Hold on. In what way has he been a pastor helped the narrative?
That's the division.
So
no,
back to what I'm just sorry.
He said he saw the vision of this. I remember it.
So over to you back. This thing where you just talk. no vex, no vex. I just wanted to take you because you mentioned CPR, and I have seen how Nigeria has declined. We have declined. Every year we challenge God. We do Hallelujah challenge. How have things improved? In what way is Nigeria better? No. I want answers. You see, this thing I'm showing, I can show you. I can show you. Hold on. As religion is rising in Nigeria, so is poverty. Statistics.
No, it's true.
Poverty is rising, so is crime rising.
This thing I'm saying, argue. You are a man of numbers.
The more religious a country is, in the higher percentage of the countries that are more religious, they are like the poorest in the world. It's a fact. It's a fact. It's not yesterday. But at the freeze, today is not the day for that conversation.
Exactly. Not the day for church. Not the day. This is
one of the issues. We always say today is not the day. Today is not the day. When will it be today?
No. Because
my darling, we are talking about MohBad here.
Let me tell you something.
In the context,
one of the reasons, apart from Ada, one person that I bring to my life on impulse is Samaria. There are only two people that you will see on my life almost every day. Why do you think I bring Samaria? Because she they think. She's a woman, but she doesn't sway woman. She will say that she's not saying one should never talk. She listen. She won't look at from okay, this swimming pool, which side I go jump inside? Should I go jump from deep end, I go jump from middle end, or I go jump from shallow end? So what I'm trying to tell you is listen. Unless you want to lie to yourself, really, and looking at Nigeria today, we are all crying. Nigerians are emotional. I swear to you, this dollar will rise. I give Tinubu thumbs up. This is one of the best decisions he has taken, but you can't understand it. This dollar is rising because we have floated it.
Those of them where they run overseas.
Nigeria was paying $1.something billion every month to balance the dollar for you. They were not balancing it naturally. They were not balancing it because we are exporting. They were using our reserves to balance dollar. Which day they say Ojo onima lomo oni law. Which day will Malomo not go? Which day will Kokumo not fight?
Please, apologies for missing that live where you were talking about that. I know how thoughtful it is with this dollar and naira and everything. But people that really talk about the dollar and naira and all that stuff, we are thinking in an importation mindset. I think now is the time to see the reality and start thinking in an exportation mindset. Now, I will always talk about 2022. I was screaming and shouting on TV, on radio, on social media, on everywhere, that look at our 2022 record. Our export was 26.8 trillion naira. Our import was 25.4 or something like that. But you see that our export, over 75% of it was crude oil alone. So there was the 20 trillion naira differential, which is how much we're importing. So if you convert that 20 trillion naira divided by 450 at the time, that is giving you almost like almost $50 billion, and like $45 billion. That is the deficit, trade balance deficit. So that means the government actually had to cough out $45 billion. And that can even add up to the $1.5 billion per month that they were using to just stabilize the loan. So I was screaming and shouting, this thing, Omaleni, it will boomerang. Now the federal government said, we don't even have money again to stabilize. And the money that they even have said, they are stealing it for the most part. We know how we mismanage our money. Look at how God saved us with $11 billion that PDP put us into political talk. That if you imagine if they give those people that $11 billion, that dollar to naira, we're shouting about to enter 5,000. Where do you want to see $11 billion from? That's P&ID will have taken. And you know what happened? It was we Nigerians ourselves that went to collect bribe, that tried to sell our country. It was Nigerians like you and I that sold our country. But let us go back to the MohBad situation.
The only reason why I brought this up is just to show how emotional Nigerians are. When people do not like you, Baba, I saw it with Tinubu, I saw it with Naira Marley. If the world turns their back to you, there's nothing you want to say. They have judged you. And I saw it with Christ. They brought Barabbas and they brought Christ. And they asked the people, choose one. And they chose the thief. Pilate's wife came and said, please, listen to these people. This man, he's innocent. I suffered in a dream. The people said they don't want to hear. So, you see, there are many things Tinubu does that I don't support. But when it comes to the fuel and the dollar, I mark him very highly. Because there was no day we're not going to do it.
So that decrease, are you saying that it's okay for the dollar to hit 2,000 naira?
I am not saying it is okay. But what are you using to bring the dollar down? Explain it to me. We just heard that the last government was paying money to keep the dollar down. Where are they getting that money from?
See, everyone on this platform, I'm going to say something that people might not like. But if you want the dollar to come down, I'll be dollar to naira, whatever to come down, stop eating pomo. That pomo you are eating is your Gucci bag. That is the same Gucci bag that you go and import from Italy. That is the same leather that you go and import, leather shoes from Italy. Stop eating pomo. Drink more of Gary. Leave cornflakes alone. All those things you import.
Cornflakes is not even good for you. Cereal is one of the highest diabetes type 2 diabetes causative agents. That early morning you wake up in the morning, you eat cereal. Now poison. It better make you drink Gary for money.
Do you know how much Nigeria spends on importing liquor into Nigeria? We spend over $300 million annually to import. This our hair and our lashes and our makeup and cosmetics that we import into Nigeria, we spend almost $500 million US annually to import it.
Those of them that exchange, that send their kids overseas, and then they are exchanging money.
We spend about $2 billion on educational tourism. We spend about $2 billion. But that's another conversation for another. I don't want to. This one I'm about to carry me come. Like I told Daddy Freeze, no matter how it will be, Daddy Freeze life is my shrine. As the Toriputis, that the shrine that they get at this Daddy Freeze life. Anywhere I am, Daddy Freeze invite me, I will join the record. It is my shrine. We know when we start. I start from small. Daddy Freeze make me start. So I'm telling everybody. So that's what I'm saying. You see, we as a country, we need to work on our primary health care. You see, that is the role of the local government and all of that. We need to really work on our primary health care. We need people to come out there and start teaching our people how to perform the basics. As example, CPR. Those people were kids in that house. They thought it was business as usual. They pour him water. But when they poured him the water, the reaction was different. They didn't know what to do. Then let's carry him to the hospital. Remember, he declined going to the hospital. They say, we'll just get a nurse to treat him as usual. Let me know a quack. Let me know the word nurse. Because a quack to treat him. So if we are talking about the cause of the neutralization, let us circle it around that. And also, there's also an element of DRUGS. We don't know what was in the system that caused the reaction.
You see, I'm sorry, but once again, I will blame it on religion. We never think factually in this country. There's nobody I've not brought on this life. I brought MohBad's sister. I brought Kemiolu lawyer. I've even brought Naira Marley's lawyer. Kemiolu lawyer said something. Do you know inside MohBad's spy, if we truly want justice for him, we have to give him his own fault inside.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Banku. You know what be Banku?
Do
you know what is Banku?
Absolutely.
When they say wall, one brick, it get cracked for wall. That word, 9 be that. Do you know how strong In this one, let me say they accuse more. In talking with your mouth. You see, my problem is there are what you call. There are little things that a lot of people are jumping about. Just like he sang about his stepmother, he also sang about his personal issues that he was dealing with, aka substance. MohBad hand also dey inside. Naira Marley hand dey inside. Wife hand dey inside. Papa hand dey inside.
Everybody.
Even those of them protesting.
No,
now then they sell all those things. Now then they sell those things when they buy.
Nobody is innocent.
Thank God. We have about 1,200 people watching us on Instagram, and I'm glad that you talk about those people protesting. Now, guys, there is one person that was leading the whole narrative for justice, for whatever. That person has joined my political party now. When we were telling you people, remember that person first attacked Naira because of the NDLEA issue, then jumped on this. Guys, don't let them be using you. She's now my comrade now. I don't fancy her, but she's now my comrade. Don't let them be using you people to go and be protesting to score their own political points. Think for yourself. There was a study that came out. They say people that follow celebrities and all these stars and everything, they say they have no cognitive ability.
I saw it.
No. It's a study.
I saw it.
In one of the top universities in America. People that follow celebrities, that support them and all of this, they are cognitive.
People that follow pastors for Nigeria.
Because they follow them back to back.
They mix them. I knew the people they were talking to in Nigeria. The people that they've been abusing me since last year. So I just look at them and laugh and say, no wonder. No wonder I can't engage
you
them.
Can't move. You see, whatever their favorites do is good to them. You can't tell them otherwise.
So lastly, before I go, I just want us to, for me, justice for MohBad is say no to DRUGS. Justice for MohBad is say no to CULTISM. Justice for MohBad is say no to family issues, family conflict.
That's right.
Yeah.
Justice for MohBad is you go spill water, you put your leg inside, you can't complain, say it's cold.
Not promoting all those things.
True.
So if you know that this is because also let's also look at it from another angle. The Naira Marley that we are demonizing today. I'm not a fan of him. I play his music and everything. Remember, it was the one that was his benefactor when nobody gave him a chance. That's another angle. I'm not supporting him. I'm not supporting him. I'm not supporting him.
To sound like Portable now.
I'm not sounding like, because I was being bullied, so I understand. I'm still being bullied till tomorrow. I understand. But what I'm saying here is that remember that this guy was his benefactor. When nobody believed in him, he believed in the guy. But then you should know where you are going to as a human being. If you know that this place, if you want shop with people, you long fork shop, no near them. You know already, no near them. So for me, justice for MohBad is all of these things. Justice for MohBad is saying no to peer pressure. Justice for MohBad is thinking reasonably, critically thinking for yourself. See, let me tell you something. Justice for MohBad is relationships, like a man marrying 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wives, not being able to manage it. There are angles for justice for MohBad is also say no to bullying, be it cyberbullying, bullying. This guy's case, unfortunately, is just gives us an idea of the society that we live in. This is Nigeria. Nigerians happening, because they say Nigeria happened to me. That's not the correct word. It is Nigerians happening to Nigeria. Nigerians happening to Nigeria. Nigeria is on its own, then Nigerians came up and started acting a certain type of way. But because we don't want to be responsible for and accountable for our actions, we say Nigeria happened to me. No, Nigerians happened to you. It's Nigerians that sold Nigeria. Now Nigeria almost was at the verge of paying 11 billion US dollars. It's Nigerians that did it. Wake up and smell the coffee. And please do your medical checkup annually. Please go and check yourself, because a lot of people, because when I was speaking to Mama Tuzi, she said the other day that is it 60 or 70% of Nigerians are just slum is because of cardiovascular issues. Also, they said 30%, is it 60 million Nigerians are suffering from mental health issues? We need to really focus on that. Yeah, over 60 million Nigerians are suffering from mental health issues.
Avoid
About
alcohol and SK and smoke. Avoid alcohol, avoid SK.
Are suffering from high blood pressure. So please
avoid substance. No more smoking.
God bless you, Bongolee. Sorry. God bless you.
You forgot to include that justice for MohBad is learning from other people's mistakes. So you don't end up.
Absolutely. So guys, at the end of the day, if
now,
you know that
the biggest one you forgot to include, justice for MohBad should not mean injustice for any other person.
No, absolutely.
Let me tell you, if Naira Marley is innocent, justice for MohBad should ensure that his innocence is prevailed. If the wife is innocent, justice for MohBad should also prevail that the wife is protected. If the father is innocent, whatever justice we are looking for MohBad to protect the father. If the stepmother is innocent, justice for MohBad must be justice for that stepmother, or else justice for MohBad can never be injustice for another person.
That's right.
That's true.
Thank you very much.
God bless you, brother.
Thank you.
Sure.
So, do we have Sir Bio left with us so I can allow him to close this? Because I want it. Sir Bio, are you still around? Sir Bio, are you still around? If you're watching on TikTok, if you're Samaria is going to end. Samaria must talk now. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen. Follow my #1 gifter if you're watching on TikTok. Pop my money guns. We're gonna come back again tomorrow. We have so much to talk about. Samaria, Sabio is not around. He's not around. I don't think he's around. You understand? So I'll just bring Mary UN. Mary UN is a lawyer, a Nigerian lawyer trained by my mother. My mother trained this lady that I'm bringing here. My mother was the provost of the College of Law back then. Now my mother is prime minister. I say prime minister, vice chancellor of her university. Sorry?
That prime minister, she go reach there.
You go, amen. My mama could do. My mama will run this country. She will run one whole university. Mary, UN.
Sir, did you? Why did my phone accept the live? And I was there cleaning. I was like,
Thank God, so, you know, Kwakapa and Brant and Pant and Bra. Now my mama for just screenshot and send you, say, see your students.
I'm here mopping. I was like, Mary UN, is Daddy Fish calling me? That answer, like, how are you doing, guys? Good evening.
Good evening.
You actually everybody. Sent a request, so I thought you had something to say.
Mary UN.
That was a long time ago, and then you guys were, I thought you guys were rounding up. Okay, so you were talking about MohBad's wife and how the father-in-law is saying something about her having something to do with his friend. I don't know, but I really, I'm very disappointed with the way, the outturn of things since the MohBad issue. How did we go from trying to find out the cause of spying to how does it even relate? How does it relate? What's the correlation, please? I just want to know. I might be wrong. I don't know. But what we should be focused on is the report of the corona. We should be focused on that. We should want to know the cause of pain. And then from there, we can now, the results will birth other things, other information that we need to know. But for us to be focusing on, oh, DNA this, those things are just, they are just irrelevant for now. It's getting annoying. Like, it's actually getting annoying. And this whole issue of just property here, property this, property, come on. I can't imagine something happening to me and the first thing my father is thinking about. Anyway, my father can't even think about it because what I have is not even a fraction of what he has right now or then. But I'm guessing this is from a point of circumstances in life and poverty and all of that. So I will not really talk about it much. But it's really disappointing that they are trying to distract us from the real issue. The real issue is what happened to the deceased. We want to know what happened to him. What is the cause of pain?
What happened?
After that, what led to what? What could have been? Could it have been high blood pressure? Could it have been being injected? Could it be poison? That's what we want to know. We need the inquest of the corona. We don't need any other thing for now. Then later on, we can now start poking. Okay, we conducted DNA here, and this is not. I'm not saying there should not be DNA at the end of the day, but DNA is not what guide MohBad. So we need to stay focused on the issue. We need to stay focused on the issue. And I'm sorry, but I will not really pay too much attention to the father, because from all the interviews that I've watched, it just looked like he was just more focused on what his son left behind. It's disappointing, but I will not join issues because I'm not part of the family. I don't know anything about it, so I don't know what's going on there. But the focus for Nigerians and everybody who is really interested in justice for MohBad should be the cause of pain. That's all. And we are waiting patiently for the corona. I don't know why they haven't released the report, but that should be the focus. Every other thing is just distraction for now. If anything happens and it turns out that the son did not belong to him, then that would not necessarily affect the cause of pain. It just affects things like who has claim to what. Honestly, it's not going to affect what, did he pass or did he not pass? It's just going to affect, okay, since you were not the legitimate child or whatever, then you can't lay claim to his property or what he left behind. That's all it's going to affect. But for now, I stand with the wife and the widow for now. She's the one who has lost someone. It looks like she's even the only one that cares because she's not said anything. She's not come out. The only thing she said was earlier on when she was mourning him, right? But she hasn't talked about his property. She hasn't said anything. And if they are saying, it seems like she has everything, that means he was confident enough to trust her with most of his things while he was alive.
Yeah.
If really and truly his father was supposed to hold the keys to the kingdom, then he should have been the one holding it when MohBad passed. He was not the one. Means there was an element of distrust while MohBad was alive between him and his dad. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I'm just saying from the outcome of things, that's what it looks like. So all these poking at things that are irrelevant, let's not get distracted, please. People should stay focused. People need to stay focused on the real issue. So that's it. We should be more focused on what is the police doing, the investigation so far with Sam Larry, Naira Marley. Have they been able to get anything out of it? And the coroner's reports. That's all. Those are the things that can really uncover the cause of, pain and what happened, what led to what. And then the issue of the nurse, I don't know that issue. The only thing I heard was she's just not a real nurse, but what has been done about that? There's so many bits and pieces of information just lying in limbo, and we are not able to put it together. We want to know what happened here, who should be held responsible here, who takes the fall for this. That's all. All the issue of, she was sleeping with this, she was a lesbian here. What is all those things? How does that affect the cause of the pain? Is he really
Like I said, Nigerians are not ready for several conversations. Let me give a big shout out to Talent Hunters, sent me €5. And also a big shout out to Diligence Healthcare on YouTube, sent me $10. We're going to continue with this conversation tomorrow, God willing. So take good care of yourselves. Daddy loves you all. Samaria, you still not talk like
we love you.
It's just
I would have said something, but I think there are three. I'm sorry, let me make it quick. There are three things we are looking at in this whole investigation. One is that what by the person. The other one is, okay, when he was alive, he was bullied. That's another phase, okay? Then the other one is that he has properties that they are dragging. These are like three phases in one person. So which one are you interested in? Which one are we interested in? We're interested in the cost of the buy. Let's focus on the cost of the buy and let them sort out their family thing themselves.
Yes.
There is a lot. There is just so much going on. But let's focus on what we're interested in. He has a phone. They should go through his phone. I believe they should find, meaningful evidences on his phone if there are.
Contact the network providers and find out what
Mali and Sam. These are things that happen. I mean, they happened when he was alive. So if they need to be questioned, they need to be punished for some reasons. Let it be based on the bullying aspect of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's
just unfortunate. This case is already losing grip. The public is no longer talking.
The public is losing interest. The public is losing interest.
I think for me, sorry, let me come in. For me, when this thing started, it was so draining that I don't know if it was for you guys that every morning the first thing that comes up for your mind is MohBad. I don't know. For me, for like the first 1 week, it was like that. But
did you see? Sorry, did you see Portable's post?
Yes, he was writing. Discussed it earlier on.
Yeah, I think I just shared it. I didn't really. Yeah, so for me, the first 1 week it was just MohBad, but I think what made me lose interest is with the different versions of stories. Like we let's tell ourselves the truth. Yes, the coroner's report can help, but we've not actually gotten a true count. Nobody has come out to say this is what happened. There is no true count. So, and for me, it's draining. It's really, really draining that every day, and there's also a lot of distractions. Is it that we're seeing celebrities doing this, or we're seeing somebody come to say his own side of the story, or we're seeing celebrities, or we're seeing there's too many.
I think that is for the police, to be honest. It's through investigation that they uncover things. So they are the ones that supposed to
even the police will be confused at this point. Because
I saw it. I will check it later.
Yes, even police will be confused at this point. Police are human beings, guys. They're human beings. They're human beings, and different versions of the story can come up, except the evidence. Nobody is saying if there was a CCTV camera. I saw the house he lives. Those houses, developers put in CCTV cameras there. Nobody has said anything about CCTV camera. Nobody has said
it wasn't working, though. They said it wasn't working.
Everything is just there's no true account of what happened. Let's just have, like, even if it's a 10-minute story. We're not interested about why his neck was bent. We're not interested about why the dad wants properties. What actually happened in that 24 hours? The nurse, okay, just tell us the truth. When they called you, what happened? Seriously, there's a lot of distractions, and I think it's the distractions that have made Nigerians everybody has just lost grip.
As well. We can't really say anything.
Thank you so much. Thank you all so much. And one thing this thing is teaching us is, until we are ready to think critically, religion has messed our brains and is making us think emotionally. And as long as we think like that, we're not raised to think well. We're raised, you see, And I'm so sorry, but this is not just Christianity this time, it's the contribution of religion in Nigeria. You have the Bible. They tell you that it is the word of God. You ask, but Satan himself talks some things with inside this book. No. It is the word of God. You are not allowed to question from a young age. You are not allowed to question things. Whatever forms in your brain. Now, let me tell you, is your brain trained to handle information? Your brain is emotionally wired, not logically wired. So you make up your mind about something and then you compromise justice. Imagine Naira Marley did not know what happened. He just waka enter Nigeria by himself 1 week after. Therefore, don't buy him by now.
True. I agree.
More and more now in the direct course of the buy. You don't notice that they don't come out Naira Marley. You don't notice that Naira Marley was a social media
they
agenda.
moved it to the wild. That's true.
Have you noticed that Naira Marley was a social media agenda?
They would have acted immediately.
Because inside the corona, we don't hear Naira Marley.
Sorry. Also, nobody's talking about the manager. Daddy, please, you're into entertainment and you know this. When you're managing a talent, you know the movements and the behavior of your talent for at least from the 24 to 48 hours. You can tell where your talent is. You can tell what your talent is doing. You can tell who is close to your talent. You can tell that there is even at least the manager. Do you understand? Should be able to tell us. You know, MohBad, at least what happened between the 24 hours to 48 hours. Should Naira Marley be blamed? Should Sam Larry be blamed? Should the wife be blamed? Come out and because see, except we just say it is God, it was his time.
Manager not necessarily though.
I don't know. You don't know anyone.
Anyway, guys, this matter no go
everything.
I'm coming back tomorrow during the day. I'm coming back tomorrow during the day. Okay. Make sure you join me tomorrow. Take care. God bless.
Thank you.
Good night.